baby. Welcome to Ground Zero. Look at this. They are destroying this up. Welcome to the hog zone. This has nothing to do with whitetail. This is all about the pigs. All right. Now there is a method to this madness. And what I do is I dig all this loose dirt out of here like this. And I'll show you why in a minute. This is kind of like a cooking segment for gluttons. You know what I mean? But I dig all this back out like this. And I get some of this. And now look, it looks like a big ploy, but I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't true. This works. This is Elusive Wildlife called Swine Sauce. And immediately you know if it's something called Swine Sauce, it's gonna work. It looks like motor oil, but look at this. Look at that, baby. It's like making a cake for a Viking. Look at that. This is fun. Sometimes I act like I'm peeing on it, you know what I mean, like that. But so I really get it in, and I try to be completely, you know, methodical. So that's the base layer, right? That's the base layer. And what I do is I get my shovel again, and I kind of coat it in there a little bit. Oh wait, I need to get these rocks out. I kind of coat it in there. So what this is, that smell, that swine sauce is in the dirt now. So when they eat up all the bait, they can still smell that swine sauce, and they will stay here because they keep working it, going, where's the gold, where's the gold? And they'll stay here all night long. Awesome. So now, this is just corn and a little bit of protein that I've mashed up into powder for the most part. I didn't do too good a job there. So this is where it gets tricky, okay? A monkey can bait a pig, right? But this is where it gets tricky. My goal is I gotta slow them down from eating. So I start throwing rocks. Oh, look at that, that's a good one, it's all covered up. This is just weight, this is just annoyances to these pigs, okay? That means they just can't come up here and get a free lunch. They're gonna have to work for it. So then I put these big sticks, logs, all kinds of stuff, and I even put a big gigantic one in here, like this. I cover this thing up. 2 reasons. It slows them down from eating, but number 2, when they're in there, and they're crunching that corn and they're moving sticks, they're making noise all around their head. That allows me a little bit more of a buffer zone up in the blind if I make a mistake, if I drop my glasses, or whatever the case may be. Now, this is established, but here's where I come in. This is where it gets really high tech and space age, okay? So, the big boars come in after dark typically, and you're screwed. You do all this work, you do all this thing, and then it's too dark to shoot, and you hear the big hog down there, or on the game camera you see the hog. But not no more, baby, because now I own the night. I own the night. Look at this. This is the Elusive Wildlife Kill Light, and what that is, that's a little mini spaceship. It's got batteries and LEDs, and it's a photo cell plus motion activated. So when it gets dark, these lights will start to glow, and it's the most beautiful glow you've ever seen. It's just nice fluorescent green glow. There's a red one too, but this one's green. I like green. I think it's just more, whatever. When the night comes, the photo cell activates. It's live, baby. Now all we need is motion, and motion is good. So when those big hogs start coming through, they think it's safe. It's after dark. They get picked up. The motion sensor hits them. The lights slowly go on. They don't even know it. They don't even know it. They're just hip to it. And that's when you can get them. That's when you can get them. It's a beautiful thing. All right, now look, this is called the Blindsider. It's a kill light from the same company up there. But what is so cool about this, where that light shines from the heavens and comes down, this shines from this area, shining that way. So it's called the Blindsider because when that light is coming from this way, no animal can see on the other side of that light. So it just helps us more camouflage into our to our blind. And I've got 2 of these suckers. One's enough, but 2, because if some is good, more is better. But look at it, the blindsider. Come on, baby. Blindside me. Now this is the honeycomb hideout. Look at this. And when I first saw this big oak tree, I said something's got to happen at this tree. It's just perfect. And we did. And I overbuilt it. Welcome to Camp Mars. And look, this is what's cool. Where is it? There is actually a cactus growing in this tree. So you know it's supernatural. All right, isn't this cool? This is my favorite setup here. That's for a north wind for whitetail, right? Southeast wind, boom. I'm actually got this stuff growing out there waiting for the season. An east wind and for Hogtown, that's it right there, baby. That's a perfect shot. All right, and here comes the show and tell. This is if the proof is in the pudding. Is this whole thing working, or is it just some crazy Hollywood marketing plan? I don't know. Could be. So I'm going to get the camera out. This is like opening up the Academy Awards. This is it. This is it. This is what every hunter waits for. They cannot wait to get home and look at the card. And if I was high-tech in space age, I'd have a card reader here, but I don't. All right. We're going to go and see what the scoop is. Razor Dobbs Alive is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. This segment of Razor Dobbs Alive is brought to you by Broadside Camo, out of the blind and into the action.
After refreshing my hog bait, I pulled the camera card to check the porkage levels.
Oh my God. This is like a big swine party here. Look at this beast of dawn. Holy cow. Mars, this ain't no armadillo, buddy. This sure as hell ain't no armadillo. Look at that. Look at those eyes. That's a hog from hell. Look at this guy. You like that, don't you? Look at that guy. No, you're not going. This is not an armadillo, okay? You're not going. Now don't be mad. Right over the kill light. You're circling the drain, Junior, and you don't even know it, baby.
I'm finally settled into my treetop safari blind. I've got everything set. The swine sauce, the kill light, and the blindsider. Now all I need is pork. Pigs. I can't believe they've come in the daylight. Maybe that big boar will follow. I'd shoot any of these hogs, but I'm gonna wait and see if that big boar comes out. They're devouring that swine sauce. Jeez, they're acting like, well, pigs. That piglet got launched. Did you see that? Field goal. Finally, darkness. This is when the nocturnal freaks come out. Oh my God, I think it's him. If it's not that big boar from the game pigs, then it's another giant, and it's good enough for the girls I go out with. Easy. Come on. He won't turn broadside. I'll have to place this shot perfectly between the neck and the shoulder.
Look at that. That is one big pig. Look at that. And the 10 millimeter dropped him right in his tracks. Look at that beautiful gun. This 10 millimeter, this is my favorite bow. This segment of Razor Dobbs Alive is brought to you by Elusive Wildlife Technologies, home of the Kill Light and the Blindsider.
In the midnight hour, from my safari blind, I shot a giant porker.
Come on, baby. Next year I'm gonna have an escalator. Look at this. Look at that big mound of pork right there. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shot. See that angle right there? That's all I had. And thank God I made it. He's a beautiful boar. Look at that. He's not a real old one. But even if he was just a sow, I would have shot him, even if he was a medium. A pig's a pig to me. Look at that. How funky. And I don't know if you can really see, but he has mass. I mean, he's got shoulders like a great white shark. Look at that. And that's what I saw on that game camera. That's what I knew. What separated him from everything was the mass. It wasn't the giant teeth. I've shot some big ones with nice teeth out here. And look at this. Look at that. Look at that nasty hog. Look at that hair. Look at that. See, that's what's cool. Hogs just don't, you know, they say a honey badger doesn't give a beep. Well, hogs, they don't give a flying beep. They are tanks. They're the blitzkrieg. Look at that. Look at that. Let me tell you something. You show me a man that doesn't like to hunt hogs, and I'll show you a vegetarian. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at that. And here's what's cool. This right here, that is a Dan Wesson Razorback 10 millimeter auto. That is a 10 millimeter automatic. That's a 41 Magnum equivalent right there. Don't be fooled. Did you see him drop that pig? Like a sack of potatoes. It's my favorite bow right there. When they go nocturnal, you are screwed. But now the game has changed. Thanks to the Elusive Wildlife Kill Light and the Blindsider. That is a game changer. Look, it's like an angel. Ah, it's beautiful. Wild boar hunting has changed. Look at that. Thank God we would have never killed this pig without you guys. So tonight I'm gonna buy y'all a cup of coffee. But first, I've got to figure out how to get this sucker out of here. Look at that. You know, the biggest pig in my life ever shot was underneath the kill light. I don't know if I'll ever kill another one this big, but the truth of the matter is that out there in that brush in the darkness, and it could just be 100 yards, there is a bigger one. And behind that one is even a bigger one. And they've been shot at, they've had close calls, and they just click file save, and they're putting it into that brain of theirs. But even though they don't screw around, they do screw up. And as long as I'm up in that stand and I got my light and they want to play the nocturnal game with my bow or my handgun, I can kill them. And I can kill the bigger one. I can kill a bigger one. I can kill a bigger one. Because they're out there, man. There are hogs out there that are gigantic that no one ever sees. But they don't see them because it's too dark. It ain't dark no more. Look at that. The green halo. Perfect.
Huge axis and wild boar. Ingredients for being alive.